What are you doing, Tina?
What are you doing, Jenny?
We are two women living our best lives in the Black Hills of South Dakota, sharing our stories, laughs, and projects happening in the garage.
Whether you're looking for a bit of joy, a spark of creativity, or just a comforting voice, you can find it here. Unicorn! Hey, Jenny and Tina. I want to start off and just say that I am a huge fan of your podcast. I had seen it mentioned on your TikTok channel and just hadn't taken the time to get over to listen to it. I honestly haven't been one to listen to podcasts until finding yours. I've honestly listened to every one of them over the last couple of weeks on my commute or during my me time while mowing my 4-acre yard. I had a couple of questions that I wanted to ask you all. First, Tina, I love that you're planning to live to 128. You are going to have one of the most fulfilled lives ever and definitely deserve to be on Mount Rushmore. Are there like Tina years, like there are dog years? You say that you have been 11 going on 12 for quite some time, it seems. When I heard that you wanted to live to be such an age, my first thought was, for being 11, she has a long way to go and has accomplished so much in such a short time. Secondly, I'm a recently divorced dad of 2 amazing daughters, 10 and 6. I have known since I can remember that I was a gay man, but shoved those feelings down and away for decades. My marriage was crumbling for multiple reasons, other than me being a married, closeted gay man. But it finally came to an end, my decision. After I told my family about the divorce, shortly I decided that I needed to be true with them and come out to them as well. A weight lifted from my shoulders, right? This was not met with open arms, to my surprise. My family that was everything to me, to each other, had suddenly become a very small part of my life. They now include my ex like normal life, and I feel like I am on watch and at extreme distance. My house is located on one side of the farm, and my parents on the other, so I see their vehicles almost daily. I have to drive by their driveway to go to town. There are many more nitty-gritty details, but is there a Jenny and Tina answer for how I should be feeling about this? Something I should do? The old adage of time heals all seems to just make me disappear further and further. It's been almost a year and a half. Thank you for your positivity that you are sharing with the world. I'm a hugger, so hugs from the Ozarks. And then he signs his name.
Wow. Wow.
Incredible. And I'm so sorry that he's going through that. And
That's grief.
that's
right
grief. And that has been his experience from his family.
I'm so sorry.
I would like to tell him that he's not broken and that he shouldn't have to apologize for living his truth. And that sometimes people don't have the capacity or for whatever reason can't meet you in the place that you're at, but that you're not broken and there's nothing wrong with you. And we have so much love for you and all of the acceptance in the world. And I also think sometimes the healing among families who are going through things like this, it's not that it can never be okay, but sometimes it's just not going to be okay right now.
Right. I appreciate these couple of questions, and I think that you touched on the first part of it is there a Jenny and Tina answer for how I should be feeling about this? Something I should do? And, you know, in any situation, telling another person how to feel is a really difficult thing. You know, everybody's life experience to get them to that point shapes how they navigate.
100%.
And so for us to say how you should feel about something is maybe not the right way for us to respond. What I do want to make sure that you know is the same sentiment that you just said, that it's okay. However you're feeling, it's okay to feel that way. And the way that you feel is likely changing day by day.
Yeah.
And it could change multiple times throughout the day. You know, I'm sure it's very hurtful to see your ex with your parents or other family members at one side of the farm and you to not have known that there was going to be a gathering, or if there was an unannounced stop by, they haven't reached out to you to say, hey, come on over, so-and-so has stopped by, come and say hello. And I know that has to be painful, that has to be hurtful, and it's okay for you to feel that. Mm-hmm. But please also understand that those things are a reflection of them. It is not a reflection of you, of your heart, of who you are as a human, of the walk that you walk, of the path that you're on. None of those things are wrong for you.
Mm-hmm. And I hope this person has found their tribe. You know, I think community in a situation like this, especially the queer community, could be incredibly supportive and helpful, because there's likely, well, I know there's lots of people who have gone through very similar things. And, you know, the other thing besides grief is betrayal. You know, the feeling of, why am I not good enough? Why are they not choosing me? And why are they choosing to be around my ex? Almost like you're defective in some way.
Right.
Know?
They're kind of punishing him and rubbing his nose in it a bit. And
like you made your bed kind of thing.
Exactly. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's horrible.
It's
horrible.
terrible, right? Mm-hmm. I think to take this a step further as an aside, I'm going to respond to him, to his email. And I think that you and I should set up a video call with him to just kind of share, to sit with him through that a little bit and let him ask whatever he needs to.
Yeah.
But I would like you to share a little bit of your experience because as he said, he was a little, he's, you know, likely our age.
Yeah.
Or somewhere similar. And came out later in life, right? After a marriage and 2 kids. So having, for lack of a better term, been shunned, I know firsthand that you went through that as well.
I did.
On a lesser scale with family, not eliminated, but on a lesser scale than some core friends that you had that you no longer have.
Right.
Can you talk a little bit about that maybe gives him some relatability?
I can. So, you know, when I came out and, you know, I got divorced and I'm with Tina, and it's never the people, I felt like it wasn't the people that I was expecting to have such a strong reaction. And there was all this chatter behind my back, you know, about, oh, what is she doing? She's burning down her life. Like, this is crazy. Her husband was a good guy. Just can't, you know, I mean, just a lot of kind of blaming and judging. And that was really hard for me. I grieved that a lot, you know. Honestly, people that I had talked to almost on a daily basis, and just I was ghosted. And I couldn't believe it. But on the flip side, I was also so very in love with Tina. Only to fast forward now, you know, we've been together for 7 years, almost 8. And I've experienced the biggest glow up in my whole life through living my truth. And now, especially with all of this, the podcast, TikTok, like our socials, you know, all these amazing opportunities that we're getting, I just sort of like want to tongue in cheek be like, how you like me now? You know, I mean, because I think that there is no trade-off for being able to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you're living the life that God put you here to live.
Yes.
And so I would just say take heart with that. And also looking backward at at a lot of that betrayal and a lot of that grief and those feelings that I had, now I think the trash kind of took itself out. You know, like those people removed themselves from my life. And as hard as that is, I don't want to discount how difficult it is, but they didn't belong. They didn't belong in that version of me, and they didn't belong in the future version of me either.
They didn't deserve you, and they didn't serve you.
Right.
You know, those friendships, those relationships were not serving your heart.
Right. And I think that goes to a point of like when we're friends with people, Amy, you and I have talked about this, like am I their friend? Because I have a lot of those friends where I'm just their friend, but they're not really my friend. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Where I am so protective now about who's in my inner circle because I know my worth and I know my value and I know what I bring to those friendships and to those relationships that I have with other people. And it's okay to say not everybody gets a pass.
Right. I worry about him because, you know, you had Tina.
Yeah.
Does he have somebody?
Does he have someone? Yeah, I don't know.
Does he feel alone?
Alone.
Right.
Yeah.
It scares me. It makes my eyes water.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's a very thoughtful question and response. Hopefully we have an opportunity to spend some time on a call with him and understand a little bit more how we can help him.
Yeah.
You know, I often say God made me looking forward, and that's the direction I go all the time. Don't discredit looking backward as a source of reflection and learning and lessons, but don't live backward.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, and I
That's
think
a good statement right there.
yeah,
Don't live backward.
don't live backward. You know, God made you looking forward. And I think that's one of the things I want to share with him on the conversation, hopefully that we get an opportunity to have with him, is it's really hard not to be hurt by these things. And I'm not discrediting that. I'm not saying it isn't valid by any stretch. But I do want to encourage him to find things like you say, find your tribe. I hope he has someone. Amy, you said that. I do want to encourage him not to be stuck in that feeling of I'm not worthy, or they chose her over me,
or feeling like he's wrong.
Yes, very much so. Yes. So
Because a lot of times it's not somebody choosing another person, it's them choosing what's comfortable, and it's them choosing the status quo, like the way that it's always been, not wanting things to change. And, you know, it's funny, I took our son Henry, I took him birthday shopping on Sunday. And one of the places we went was the bookstore. And I said, Henry, I would really love to choose one book as you turn 18 and launch into adulthood for you to read. And he said, okay, Mom. And so I chose the 4 Agreements, which is, if you haven't read the 4 Agreements, it's an amazing book. But one of the 4 agreements is don't take anything personally. And that really resonates with me because, and it also lets me off the hook when I realize that people's reaction to me, to my, whatever it is, my sexuality, the way I, you know, whatever, that it's not about me. It's about them on the inside and their own feelings about it. And somehow, if I don't take it personally, I'm able to meet it with empathy. And I'm softer. You know, it doesn't feel so harsh. It's not, it's not sharp. I realize that their social norms that they were raised with, religious norms, like what, you know, whatever those things are that are keeping them kind of in bondage from showing up for you, you know, it's like, it's not personal.
I think too, the only thing that we can control, the only thing, I'll speak in the first person, the only thing that I can control is how I walk and move through the world. And knowing that it reminds me of when Vern and Linda came across the street when you first moved into the Lanark house.
Right.
And said, we know that woman's living here. We don't understand why you would choose to go to hell.
Right.
And they judged me, they judged you, they judged the kids. And your reaction was you were very offended and very angry, and rightfully so. And I said, but hold on a minute. We have to be who we are.
Right.
And that is to explain, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry you feel that way. Let me tell you about her.
Right. Yeah. You like humanize it.
Yeah.
You make it about, because it's easy to make, I think, unilateral judgments or statements, or, I guess, say terrible things about a class of people.
Right.
But it's the same principle of how we've lost the ability to have a dialogue in our society today.
Right.
With people
opposing,
who don't maybe feel the way that we do.
Yeah.
Right?
Anytime there's an opposing opinion, it's automatically this polarizing thing.
Right.
We can't be friends because you don't like blue and I like it, but you like green instead.
Civil discourse is dead.
Yeah, it's dead. And I want to remind AO that you are still the same person, sir. You are still the same man that is, my guess, an incredible dad to that 10 and 6-year-old.
Yes.
And was an incredible son growing up and living on a farm and doing those chores and showing up for your parents and siblings or your community and students and friends, and that doesn't change. None of that changes. Their reaction to who you are as at your core has changed, and let me say it again, their reaction has changed, not you.
Right. We got you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sending so much love.
Yeah.
And you'll be in touch, right?
We will. Yeah. Yeah. So I'm so sorry that he's experiencing that. It makes me sad.
Me too.
But I'm so glad that he reached out and that we're going to have a chance to connect.
Yeah.
That's super cool.
And what a courageous thing to do. You know, just like you. I remember when we first started seeing each other and you were like, okay, I'm going over and I'm going to have a conversation with my parents. And I remember when you said that you were going to talk to the kids and tell them that, Tina's more than my friend. And
right.
And just what a courageous thing, because my experience, as we've gone through in a prior podcast, almost idyllic, right? And I know everybody's experience is not that. So anytime I hear someone struggling through their coming out story, it hurts my heart.
Yeah.
Because
me too.
It's such a courageous thing to do. It's such a vulnerable thing to do. It is
scary as fuck.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. It is so scary because even though I came out later in life and I had a strong sense of self, it was still terrifying. And I remember going through that and thinking, oh my gosh, what if I was 21 or 2 or 18 or 14 or whatever? It would be even worse, more intense feelings, because when we're younger, we're always worried about what do people think about me?
Yeah, and your family has control over you.
Yes, 100%.
So, right. You can't just leave or walk away.
Right.
No. Do we want another email?
Yeah,
do you want to play?
Yeah.
Maybe we're just going to do mailbag today.
There's so many good ones today.
In honor of our new beginnings.
That's right. That's right. Should we play? Do we have a voicemail?
We do have a voicemail.
All right.
Hi, ladies. My name is Stacy. I live here in Rapid City as well. I just got done listening to episode 7, and I just wanted to share something that I had written. It was something Tina had said. about it's okay. So this is called That's Okay. As a grieving mother, I've learned so much since losing my son. I've learned that those closest to you step away, and that's okay. I've learned that others deal with anger, sadness, betrayal, blame, and most importantly, change at their own pace, and that's okay. I've learned that I needed to take care of me and me alone, and that's okay. I've learned to practice self-care to take care of me, and that's okay. I've learned that it's easy to say no, and that's okay. Most importantly, I've learned that my grief will be with me forever. My sadness will always linger. My broken heart will always have a piece missing, and that's okay. I've learned that although I'm doing great today, tomorrow may be another story, and that's okay. Love each other and remember that it's okay to not be okay. I hope you both have a great day. Thank you for being you.
That's so great.
Out
I
of
love
you
that.
just being you and saying it's okay.
It's okay.
Like how you touch people's hearts. Do you
Yeah.
guys realize
Totally okay.
just your authentic selves are you're angelic to the world?
No,
No, we're just people.
I'm just a
No,
minion.
you're not.
Human.
Juice
and we're
boxes and
just-
orange slices, baby.
Tina. You always say that.
Yep.
You've said that for years. But what does that mean?
So, yeah, I do. I say it all the time. I'm just a minion. Juice boxes and orange slices.
I just work here.
That's what you say. Yep. So juice boxes and orange slices. If any of you grew up playing sports or have kids, when I grew up, especially soccer, anytime there was a quarter break or at half, there was always a parent that brought quartered oranges, right? Orange slices, and there was always a cooler of juice boxes, and it's the thing that rehydrated you. It energized you. It was fun.
But it made you feel loved.
Yeah, and it what a cool thing. I don't know. You go to the sideline and everybody's running around with the big orange slice in their mouth and they're smiling, and it didn't matter if you were ahead in the match or behind in the match. It resonates with me because it's all about being a kid. It takes the nostalgia of juice boxes and orange slices. When you have a crying kid in the back seat, how many parents reach for a freaking Capri Sun or a High C juice box or whatever it is?
Right.
We need to bring in some.
It just is the nostalgia for me of being a kid and how simple a juice box or an orange slice can
Turn
flip
your
the
day
script
around.
and turn things around. And I don't know. I
kind of want to see how you eat the orange slice.
I'm all in.
Do you
She's all
put
in.
it
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, she does.
like a mouth guard?
Yep.
She does.
Suck all the juice
I'm
out.
a mouth guarder as
and
well.
then you eat the pith.
Yep, same.
Yep.
How else would you eat one?
That's right.
It's the only correct way.
Yeah, the pulp and the pith. That's it. That's
Pulp and the
pulp and the
pith.
pith.
Oh
That's
my
right.
gosh. You're such a nerd. I love it.
I so appreciate her perspective of
And her poetry.
yes, just
Yes, beautiful.
that's okay.
Stacy, that's amazing.
Yeah.
And it is all okay. And I think that's sort of what we were talking about the softness and being gentle with yourself and just being where you're at, And I love the part about there will always be a piece of your heart missing.
Yes, got me too.
And I think too, like I was listening to another podcast yesterday and the person was talking about this kind of very thing and just saying that that person will always be, there's like a special protected place that is only theirs in their heart, that they have, and they put that person deep in their heart and in their own special place to protect their memory for them. And and for them to visit that place in their heart is a very intimate and very personal and special thing. That will always be with them.
And I think her message too, I feel how timely that voicemail on the heels of AO's email.
Yeah,
It's okay.
It's
It's
okay.
it's so good.
It's okay. How you're feeling, what you're going through, your perspective, your experience.
All of
it's
it.
all okay.
This is a new chapter in your life. You're not going to go back. Like you said, don't live backwards.
Don't look backwards.
Yep.
Accept it.
Yeah. You everybody has moments of, hindsight being 20/20 or regret, or I wish I could have changed something. And it's okay to reflect and use that to learn those lessons, but to live backward instead of moving forward is where we get in trouble.
Yeah.
I feel.
I think we get stuck in that.
You
we
get
do.
stuck.
And I think it causes anxiety. Like I find I struggle with some anxiety. Certainly I'm much better now, but I don't want to lie. I still struggle with anxiety to this day. And one of the things that helps me the most is not looking backward and not looking too far forward and allowing me to be where my feet are planted. Just that in the now, today, in the moment, kind of mindfulness is something that it's a tool I use every day, because I think if I get too far out of where I'm at right now, because all we have is this one moment.
Right.
All we have is this one moment right now with each other. And so if I'm thinking about, worried about what's happening tomorrow, or I'm morbidly remembering what happened yesterday, then I'm robbing myself, and I'm robbing whoever's with me, you guys, of my presence in this moment. You had to drive a client across the state and back yesterday. You spent 10 hours in the car making a quick run over to Redfield and back. There's nothing quick about it,
That's
but that
right.
is correct.
When you were in the home stretch, I was on the phone with you.
Yeah.
And you told me that you saw, it's the Sturgis Motorcycle Rally right now, and so there are hundreds of thousands of people in town enjoying the Black Hills via motorcycle.
Yeah.
And one of the riders that you were behind had on a T-shirt with a message on the back of that T-shirt. Do you remember what that message was?
Yes. It said, I was dead for 50 minutes. Enjoy life.
Let that sit with you for a minute.
50?
50.
50 minutes.
He was dead.
Yep. Flatlined.
Yeah.
How do you even come out of that?
How do you come out of that? I don't know. I would
but he
love
was
to know his story.
Riding a motorcycle down Mount Rushmore Road yesterday, and I was just so touched by that, because it just brought me. It's kind of like what happened with your health last month.
Right.
There's these moments in life where you just get kind of smacked in the face, right, with how precious our one beautiful life is. And do you ever, so I saw that T-shirt, and I always daydream about people, when I'm thinking, and I thought, man, I bet his family sent him out the door, and I bet they got him that shirt in every color to wear for the rally, for the week.
Yep.
And I thought, what an amazing message to share, because it just, I get emotional about it, because it just hit me so hard. And Tina, you've also had a huge perspective shift.
It is an instant perspective shift when you go through something like that.
With your health last month.
When, I told Jenny a couple of days ago, she made a comment, just an observation. She said, you're always kid-like, and I love that sense of adventure and playfulness and positivity about you, but you seem even lighter. What am I missing? Type of comment. And I said, I don't know. I feel this mental shift a little bit after that whole experience post-surgery.
Yeah.
And it's true. I cannot explain it. Like, the greens are greener, the blues are bluer. It's just different.
It's just different.
It was supposed to happen.
It was. Yep.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'd be interested. I would love to hear some viewer voicemails or read some emails about people that have had that moment in their life where, you know, a big thing happened and it completely kind of upended either their trajectory or or their perspective about the world or their attitude, or inspired them to do something, you know, way out of their comfort zone. I think we all have those little wake-up call moments where you're like, oh shit, like this is not a dress rehearsal. This is my life, you know, and how do I make the most of it? What is my earthly work here, and how do I move through the world and honor me and make the world a better place? That's what it is for me anyway.
It just, when you told me that last night driving home, you read that, the back of the T-shirt, you were just like, oh my gosh.
Wow.
So cool.
This guy has a T-shirt on in front of me, and this is what it says. I was like, man, I wish I could find him. I would love to know his story. But it also relates to what we're talking about from these other two followers that have sent in voicemails and emails, that you have one opportunity and you have one thing that you can control in this world, in this robe, and that is the way that you move through the world. It's your outlook, it's your attitude, it's the way that you communicate. All of those things are how you navigate and move through this life.
Right.
And all of the other stuff that happens around you is somebody else's reaction to the way you're doing it. And that's on them.
And
that
to
is not on you.
To AO, that is, he didn't change.
No.
AO didn't change. People's reaction to him changed.
Yes.
And that's not on him.
No.
Because he shared himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
He's still the same
He
as
is
he always
living
was.
Their
his
reaction.
authentic self.
Which is the right thing to do.
Absolutely.
All day long.
All day long.
Yeah. And I would also say, you know, it's hard. I know everybody says this, like, you're going to look back someday and this is going to be the best thing. I don't necessarily believe that. I think maybe it wasn't the best thing, but sometimes out of things that really stink is a lot of self-discovery and a lot of discernment that we have to go through. And I also think it's a way for us to ask ourselves the very important question of what is my worth, and who deserves a seat at my table.
I think it's also very important for people to realize when they're going through something really huge and hard, is that means something really big and wonderful is on the way.
That's right.
100%.
You always have to knock down these things that don't need to be in your life anymore to get to it.
Yeah.
That's right.
And that's the hard
It's
work.
like the bigger risk, the bigger reward.
Yes.
You know, the harder the task, the bigger the present, the bigger the reveal, the more meaningful that thing that you're working so hard to achieve is.
Yes.
It's kind of like recovery
Such
for
a
me.
great message, Amy. So
That's
it's so
100%.
true. It's
I lived
100.
it.
It's I know
Yes.
we know you did.
I'm still coming out
You're
of it.
still coming out of it too.
100%.
And I'm not the same person.
No.
No.
I'm meant to be this person.
Because I think when you're going through it, like for me
I'm
in
so
recovery,
glad to know you.
I love you.
it's like picking through all of your issue. Like you're sitting in a pile of crap, literally, with a teaspoon and a colander. You know what I mean? Like it forces you to go through this huge self-examination and kind of sorting process. And as not fun as that is, and let's make no mistake, it's not that fun, but it's so worth it later. It's worth it. So hang in there.
Great job. I mean, I know that we had an agenda for today, a topic for today.
Who
but
needs
this,
agendas?
It was supposed to be pet peeves, wasn't it?
Well,
yeah, or
yeah,
something.
so
I don't
stay
even
tuned
know.
for
Stay,
that.
Yeah,
stay
that's
tuned.
coming later.
Yeah,
This
later.
was so much
mailbag.
better.
I love mailbag.
I do too, and
I'm
I
a
have.
mailbag.
We
I've
should
just,
have a mailbag episode every month.
Yeah.
But
we
I'll
should.
start a podcast with a
with
question.
a question.
Yes.
I have so many
Yeah.
emails in here. I was just sorting as we were kind of talking through this, and I need to be more diligent about checking that inbox. You know, we always say email our605life@gmail, but for the podcast, because that's on the
Yeah.
TikTok
Yeah.
side. But for the podcast side, the info at the Unicorn Projects is our email, info at theunicornprojects.com. And I have been remiss in checking that as
Yeah.
of late. And there are so many wonderful messages in
There
there.
are.
So
Yeah.
I can't wait to
be
I can't
fun.
wait to unpack these. Great job, ladies.
Yes. Good job. Should we give the phone number?
Yes. Go ahead, please, Jenny.
If you want to send us a voicemail, the number is 844-605-LIFE, and that's 844-605-5433.
And the email address one last time, info at theunicornprojects.com.
Great.
All right.
All right, girls.
We love you guys.
We love
right.
y'all.
Unicorn.
Unicorn.
Thank you for tuning in to the Unicorn Projects, hosted by Amy Rose with Jenny and Tina. Music by Caroline Kilty. Produced by Russ Haddon. Engineered by Chris Jaquez. It's the Unicorn Projects on the Home Slice Audio Network.